plant your own food. It's simply something that we're supposed to be.
Do you know what I think he's doing? He's trying to uproot the main cause, because he knows if he says he's God, but then you'll understand the principles.
Yeah.
That's what he wants. He's not merely focusing on being God. He knows that if he says he's God, you're gonna ask why he says that.
God. And since in a way, black people won't be looking at him as a God person. We'll be judging him.
Yes. I think that's what he wants.
We'll be judging him.
I've read through his lines that's what he wanted. To share light.
So it's kind of like that person who came and say...
because like, there's no way he can just give principles without saying he's God. You're gonna say, but why do you give principles? Because you don't have a Bible, you don't have all those things.
You man wrote 13 books.
That man wrote 13 books. But I think he's following Kanye West.
Yeah, and
I got Rob Hezo what?
And Nota.
You not Nota needs to go to therapy.
Not Nota, the real Nota.
Which one is that?
The real Nota was a psychologist, he was a psychiatrist, but something like that. He was those ancient intellectual people back in the day.
Angmas.
No, I don't know. I just heard about him.
This is not the.
And there was this person who was a Greek, who said any person different from them is a chimpanzee. Have you heard about that person?
Yes, I've heard him referencing. I've heard him referencing that person, but I don't know the person's name.
Yeah, I forgot the name, but it's just the name. So what did you say, my man?
We are on.
How?
We're rolling. I think we are just discussing the Panwell show.
The Panwell show.
And Panwell as a person. You should send it in the group.
And I do chat with Panwell on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
But just, he left the group, the two groups. I don't know, I said there's no information or he's not growing in the group. So that's why he left. But I do chat with him in WhatsApp. Individually so.
That's how I lost that group, because...
You were paying, ne?
Yeah?
You were paying?
No, I wasn't paying. It was Pretoria's group.
Oh, he deleted the other groups.
Yes.
You only have two groups now.
Yeah.
Penalism 1, Penalism 2.
And I mean, I'm actually thinking of joining that one where you're paying and becoming a member at Podcast and Chill and
yeah.
and Visual Mkuku.
Visual Mkuku, but it's now Visual Mkuku. Before it was the Hustlers Corner, or maybe it hasn't changed. I don't know.
No, Visual Mkuku is a wing of the Hustlers Corner. You see. So because MacG has one YouTube channel. It's MacG.
Yeah.
But there you find Podcast and Chill with MacG. You find Riders and the City Girls and all that. So Visual Mkuku, I think it's gonna exist within the Hustlers Corner.
Wow, it's a great skill.
Under one channel, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to create something like SABC. Like when you're at SABC 1,
you find different
things. At this hour, we're gonna be airing this episode at this hour. Yeah, I think that's the end goal. And
it's the way of growing up your YouTubers, your YouTube subscribers, by the way.
Yes, because I think DJ Boo once spoke on this thing that he wants to create.
Hey, people say I look like DJ Boom, child.
You don't.
So I look like Panwell. Oh,
you look more like Panwell.
Yeah, I found that compliment today. I look more like Panwell. Panwell is my father.
I even
made the
even the ears.
So I'm really like Panwell. Whoever you are watching this video, you better come and get me. We need to talk like real men, chief.
Do you know Penson?
No, I don't know Penson, but I heard about him.
You should search him.
Yeah.
That guy is a fucking lunatic.
Hey, what has he done?
It's Panwell's brother.
Oh yeah, you spoke about him in podcast and chill.
Yeah, he's more on the physical stuff.
Yeah, with like, and his father he's more in the physical.
Yeah, Penson is more. I've been following me.
Penwell's father used to have guns. And then whenever you find, Penwell said that in podcast and chill, whenever you find young boys like them, maybe on the street, he will make those boys fight.
Yes.
Hey. But luckily, Penwell is not that kind of person. Not that luckily, but he's not that kind of person who go around and fight, fist fighting people. Not that he doesn't have the strength, but it's just, he's too educational. I'm sure that man was position one at school.
He was what?
Obtaining position ones.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he just does things involuntarily. He doesn't read that much. Things that just come to him easily.
Gifted, ne?
Yeah, he's gifted. That's why he's more into genes. Like if you think you are the shit, you should reproduce because the world needs more clever people or smart people.
The first time I watched Pioneer, I hated him at first. Not that I hated it, I hated the content. But he was dissing this guy I was following. Not dissing actually, I don't want to use, but he was after this guy I was following, whose name was Fusi Tempekwai. When he said, I don't like his accent, he's more of a white guy, and I mean European guy from somewhere. Like, who's this clown? But I think maybe it was an upcoming of Penwell. Even though it was not an upcoming, that's my first time seeing him. It was this guy in
That's when you were exposed to him.
Penwell. This guy in the tears, always waking up in the morning with some morning.
But it's something I once told you, that negative publicity is publicity.
Yeah, I always remember that. That now you have to put yourself in a bad position first, and people will come around and look for you.
Yes.
That's where they can see the real you.
Yes.
And your stuff. Like, hey, this Penwell thing. But it was educational. I followed it. I've subscribed to his YouTube channel where he used to be 9,000 subscribers.
I mean, the reason I followed Penwell is because of a single statement he made, that in order to understand something, you have to remove yourself and your feelings from that situation and implement critical thinking and analysis to that situation without using feelings.
Feeling emotions.
Yeah, well, that's how you're gonna understand things. Because in your case, you were using your emotions because you love Vusitembekwai. You don't think he can do nothing wrong. You were actually his flock. You were following him.
Speaking about that thing wrong, I did Vusitembekwai is now cheating with the his camera person who used to go around with him.
No, that's always how women narrate things. That's how they always put things.
Do you think it's too much?
They are never at fault.
Because now he's taken to court.
The women are never at fault when it comes to divorces and all this stuff.
So do you think Vusitembekwai will be the case?
I don't know. I've never really followed up on the case, but I think if you as a person ever go through divorce, rather than it getting messy, rather resolve it at home. Go separate ways. Because now I've heard that lady wants around 120,000 each month.
Or 50. Yeah.
But then, if Vusitembekwai is that smart, I think he would cough up that money every month. Yeah, it's not like he doesn't have money.
But I'm supposed to be paying that money for the rest of his life.
But then you have to...
What if he's convicted to the case that he is not guilty to?
No, separating the matters of abuse and all those stuff and cheating. I think it's only fair to take care of your family. That's what we are always preaching.
Yeah.
Because I think monthly, he was when he was married to his wife, he was actually paying even more monthly to keep the family intact.
But now it's kind of like it's only Vusitembekwai's child, it's kids. I mean, I understand. What about the woman? What will be the woman doing?
But Mina, even if I go separate ways with my wife, I'd never hate her.
Yeah, that's true.
Should always, Pella, if you're taking care of the kids, and then you're not taking care of their mother, what message are you passing to them?
Yeah, could be a clever shot.
Yeah, but in this case, the problem is the way that ex-wife is pursued in this case. You see?
How?
Because she's crying, abuse and all those stuff.
So do you think she was abused? You can visit him how I do that.
You can never really know a man unless you've lived with him under the same roof.
You see?
But I think one day we must have this discussion of abuse. Which what is abuse?
Yeah, we really do need to have those discussions indeed. And this thing of gender-based violence, kind of like it's only women facing it now. But there's actual real men being abused by real women.
I think we have to uproot everything. We have to go back to the beginning. Like, what is a man's nature?
Exactly.
And what is a woman's nature?
That's what I'm always arguing about. Then even though we can be equal before the law, but we are not equal.
Yes.
I'm a man, she's a woman.
Yes.
We're not equal.
Yes.
And that's supposed to stay like that. I've always wanted to ask this question about the constitution. Sorry to distract. That, for example, you come to my house. I have a house, you come to my house, I have kids and wife, it's fine. We don't buy a bed, we buy a duvet.
Yes.
We sleep on the floor. It's not that we don't afford a bed, but we just choose to sleep on the floor.
Yes.
We don't eat pap, we don't eat putu, we only don't eat vegetables.
Yeah.
We are vegetarians here, we don't eat meat, we don't drink